In this video, you will learn how to get started on Little Bear Baby Blanket made with chunky cotton yarn. This is an easy stranded color work project with just 2 colors. So if you've never done color work before, this is a great project for you. This blanket comes in 2 sizes. This is size 2, the bigger size. And for bigger size, you need size 15 knitting needles, 5 balls of the main color, and 1 ball of the accent color, so the bear color. Loopy Mango Big Cotton yarn is super chunky cotton. It's very soft and it's washable. You can get this pattern on loopymango.com as a digital download. You can also purchase this style as a DIY kit that comes with yarn, knitting needles, and the pattern. Then we also have a smaller version, and for this one you only need 3 balls total, so 2 balls in the main color and 1 ball in the bear color, and the same size 15 knitting needles. For this tutorial, we will be making the smaller blanket, so size 1 is what we will be knitting in the tutorial. So I have already knitted the first few rows, which are just simple garter stitch all knit, and this is done with the main color. Now we are going to introduce second color, the bear color. This blanket is going to have a garter stitch border, so first 5 stitches in every row are just going to be knit. So before we add the bear color, we're going to knit 5 stitches. I like to tie the yarn in the back, so this is going to be the wrong side of the blanket. You can clean up all the ends later. This way it stays secure, so I simply tie it to the main color. This way it doesn't move. And now we're going to alternate knitting with main color and bear color. So first we're going to knit 2 stitches with the bear color. So pick up the bear color and knit 2 stitches. Knit, knit. Now we alternate. We knit 2 stitches with main color. So you leave the bear color and pick up the main color. Main color, 2 stitches, knit, and then knit 1 more. Now we switch to bear color. So if you've never done knitting with more than 1 color, it is going to take a little bit of time getting used to. Just be patient and go slow. So knit 2 stitches with bear color, and now go back to main color. So pick up main color and knit 2 stitches. And keep alternating. So here I have been knitting American, also known as English. There's also another way to knit, which is called Continental or German. So you see, this is the back of the blanket. Everything looks nice and clean. So if you do know how to knit both styles, what you can do to speed things up, you can knit with 1 color using American method and another color using continental method. So this is what it would look like. So you hold one color in your left hand and another color in your right hand. So we're going to do the bare color using continental and main color using American. This way you can go much faster. So in your left hand you're holding bare color and you're knitting 2 stitches, and in your right hand you're holding the main color and you're doing 2 stitches using American. We're now at the end and we're going to finish. We will finish off with 5 stitches, 5 knit stitches using the main color to maintain that garter stitch border. So this is what our blanket looks like so far. This is the wrong side of the garment and this is the right side. So let's flip it. So you see there is the garter stitch border on each side, and this is going to be a purl row. Before we get to the purl stitches, we are going to knit the 5 stitches of the garter stitch border with the main color. So knit 5 stitches, and now the fun part begins. We are going to do purl stitches. So the problem here is we're doing purl stitches with just one color to end of the row, but we're going to need that we will need this bare color at the beginning of the next row, so we have to carry it with us. We can't just leave it there, because if we do, it will just hang and you'll have this ginormous float just hanging there. So it will look terrible. So we need to carry that bare color with us all the way. And so we are going to, these are called floats. So we don't want to have one giant float. We want to have small floats. And so every 2 stitches, we are going to carry that yarn. So for purl, the yarn stays in the front. So make sure both yarns are in the front. Even though we're not knitting with the bare color, it still needs to be in the front so that we can carry it with us. Let's purl 2 stitches with the main color. So purl and purl 1 more. And now we have to twist these 2 yarns together so that they stay together, like so. And you can do it in either direction. So you're just twisting it so that we can carry that bare color so that it stays with us. And then we just continue with purl stitches. Okay, so we want to do 2 purl stitches, so we just purled 1, purl 1 more, and now we need to pick up that bare color so that it doesn't stay behind. And then you do another 2 purl stitches. So all we're doing, we're just purling with main color to the to the last 5 stitches, and we're just every 2 stitches we're twisting the yarn. So that color is our friend. Don't leave your friends behind, take them with you. Okay, purl 2 and then twist. So, and like I said, you can twist in either direction. There's a little trick that we will demonstrate more on the next purl row, where you can alternate your twists, alternate the direction. So you twist one way, and then next time you twist, you do it in another way. This way your yarn doesn't get too twisted. But this is a smaller project, so it's not such a big issue, and you're not knitting in the round, you're knitting flat. So even if things do get really twisty, once you get to the end of the row, you can untwist everything. And like I said, don't worry if this is your very first time doing color work. It takes a little bit of time getting used to. So go slow. Don't be in a rush. And don't forget to catch those floats. So every 2 stitches, you are going to twist the 2 yarns to catch the second color. And you keep going like this until you have only 5 stitches remaining, because we start and end every row in this project with 5 knit stitches to preserve the garter stitch border on this blanket. We're almost at the end there. So you can see the progress. You can see the floats are nice and short. We just have a few more to go. So we're at the end now. There's just 5 more stitches to go, and don't forget to move your yarn to the back for the knit stitch. So you knit 5, okay, so the purl row is done. Let's see what we have so far. Everything looks nice. This is the right side of the garment. You can see the beginning of the pattern, and we'll have the garter stitch border all the way around. And this is the wrong side. It looks nice and clean. And this will be a knit row. We start with 5 knit stitches. So we have a few more knit stitches And just check your pattern until we get to the bear color. So you can get this pattern on loopymango.com. It spells out the entire pattern. So it tells you how many stitches exactly in every color, row by row. So we're not ready to knit with the bear color yet, but we do need to start catching those floats. So twist the yarn. Keep knitting with the main color. And so every 2 stitches you have to catch the floats. So we're almost ready to start knitting with the bear color. Okay, bear color. And don't forget, you don't want to go more than 2 stitches without catching the floats. So here we need to knit with we need to knit 3 stitches with bear color. So what I did, I knitted 2 and then I twisted the yarn to catch the float, because doing 3 without catching it is probably gonna be a little bit too long. So when I say every 2, it doesn't have to be like literally every 2. Don't go more than 2 without catching it. It's okay to go just 1 stitch and then twist the yarn. You just don't want to go more than 2. So now we are knitting 6 stitches with bear color. So every 2 stitches you do the twist and you catch the float. But if it's something like an odd number, so you do, like in this case earlier we had 3 stitches, so you knit 2, then you catch the float, and you knit 1, and then you switch to another color, because this way the back of your project will look nice and clean. And then now the rest of the row is knit with main color, but that doesn't mean then you can leave the bear color there by itself. You have to carry it with you. At least until you get, you don't need to carry it for the border, obviously, but you want to carry it until you get to the border, until you get to the last 5 stitches. So every 2 stitches you twist the yarn in the back to catch the float, and kind of alternate. You do 1 twist clockwise, and then next time you do counterclockwise. This way your yarn doesn't get completely out of control with getting really, really twisted in the back. We're almost at the end. Okay, so we're done catching floats. Now it's just 5 knit stitches with main color. And we're done with this row. Let's see our progress so far. So everything looks nice and clean on both the wrong side and the right side. And let's see another purl row. Okay, so you don't need to carry the yarn during the garter stitch border. So just carry it during the rest of the pattern. Again, we start with main color. 5 stitches are just knit. And now we are going to start purling. So put the yarn in front for the purl stitches. First 2 are purled in the main color. And now we are going to switch to the bare color. And we have 2 stitches in the bare color. Next 2 stitches are in the main color. And the next 2 are in the bare color. Next 1 stitch is in the main color. And now we will have 5 stitches in the bare color. So because it's 5, we'll need to be catching the floats. So every 2 stitches, we twist the yarn, we keep knitting with the bare color. Okay, 1 more bare color stitch to go. Okay, so 5 stitches in bare color are done, and we're going to do 2 stitches in the main color. And we have 4 stitches in the bare color. 1, 2, catch the float, 2 more stitches in the bare color, now we have 2 stitches in the main color, next we have 2 stitches in the bare color again, and we purl in the main color until we have 5 stitches remaining. So 5 left for the garter stitch border. We continue in the main color. And we're not carrying the bare color because we're just doing the border and there's no need for that. Okay, and at this point you can really see that pattern happening. So this is the wrong side of the garment, and this is the right side. So wrong side looks nice and clean because we've been catching the floats, and the right side. So you can see the beginning of that little bear. And just continue with the pattern. You can get the pattern on loopymango.com. You can also buy this project as a DIY kit. And you keep going. And this is what the finished project looks like. So the pink bear is the smaller size. That's the size that was shown in the tutorial. And then the bigger size is the size 2, bigger size. So the difference, as you can see, there's a wider band of stockinette stitch going around the bear. And it's wider and longer. And let's see what it looks like on the back and the front. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and we have a lot more video tutorials for you on Loopy Mango YouTube channel.